On the last episode, ladies and gentlemen, titled Relationship Reflections, I touched on the misnomer of desirable prowess a man is looking for in a woman. Or in other words, a man really doesn't want a strong woman. He wants a woman weaker than he. Makes him feel more like a man. Today, I will speak on why women who are on dating sites are looked at as just sex symbols by a man. This is going to be a good one, folks. So stay tuned for the fabulous form factor coming up next.
Want to hear something fabulous? Broadcast in a forum and full of facts? Well, you've come to the right place. It's the Fabulous Forum Factor podcast with all its pizzazz. And now here's your host, Mr. Kenneth Moultrie.
Hello and welcome to the Fabulous Forum Factor here on this Monday, August 2nd, 2021. And I am your fearless host, Mr. Kenneth Moultrie. And I want to thank you for joining me. And before I begin, I'd kindly like to ask you if you enjoyed this or any episode I produce of the Fabulous Forum Factor, that you like, comment, subscribe, and most importantly, share this with your social media family. So I want to talk about online dating in this episode and how women are viewed on online dating by men. Now, I'm talking about heterosexual relationships between adults. So if you're looking for, or you're thinking I'm talking about other type relationships that do not involve a heterosexual man and a heterosexual woman, then you need to listen to another podcast. But this here is going to be on those two traditional effects. Okay, so how women are viewed on social media dating sites, because if you think about it, women have a very, very general complaint or gripe about their status on social media dating sites, and that is men are only looking for hookups. So men are just looking to meet, maybe go on a one meet and greet date, maybe one real date, and then it's time for sex. And that is what women think. And it's actually true in a lot of ways. And the reason that is true is because if you dissect it all, ladies and gentlemen, men have a way of thinking that a woman has really no business on social media, on a social media dating site. Why is she on there? A woman, if she is even an average looking woman or even below average, and that's just in the face. I'm not talking about the figure, the body, or anything like that. But women are going to get basically hit on constantly in their lifetime, during their day, during the week. You can count on basically one hand how many times a guy is blatantly hit on in basically his lifetime. But a woman just is hit on all the time. So she's making choices every day to be or not to be. That is the question, right? So she's basically like, she is, so when she's on these particular dating sites, ladies and gentlemen, men are looking up there and saying that, why are you here? You don't need to be here. So it's basically, they feel like it's a mask. It's some type of, because it's not kosher for a woman to say that she wants, a little fun or a little intimacy. It's just not ladylike, right? So they have to, in a man's eyes, they have to kind of play that role and say that, well, they're looking for long-term relationships or something serious. And come on now, if you think about it, you're not going to find your husband or wife on a free dating site. You have a better chance to find that particular element on a dating site that you have to pay for, to where they are screening your dates professionally anyway. But as far as just, you're going on these free dating sites like Tinder or plenty of fish or anything like that. You're just basically just fishing for whatever. You may get lucky and it may turn into a good friendship. I think you have a better chance of something happening into turning into a more platonic friendship than you do a long-term love connection. And when men see women on dating sites, especially good-looking women where they don't have to be in a man's eyes, they are going to look at that as like, she's just here to have fun, and she know good and well that she is not going to find her significant other on this particular dating site. And especially when there are women on particular dating sites who may not be so proud of their figure to where they're only showing the face, they're not showing the whole entire body, the whole entire, figure, the torso. So a guy knows that if a woman is not doing that, then she's overweight or not in some other way proud of her figure. So that is kind of like a sign for a guy too, because now he thinks that, well, she can't, no one on the street or out in public or cold turkey is going to give her the time of day, or it's not enough to once she wants to come online, that she's out for some fun too. So this is why, the conventional wisdom is that when guys run across women, whether they're good looking or average looking or average or even below average, that they're thinking that they are on there to have fun just like they are. Now, like I said earlier, there are some success stories as far as dating online. If you are looking for a significant other, I think most of them will come from, like I say, there are some admirable pay dating sites. And I'm not talking about the normal ones to where you have to pay an upgrade to, to get more pictures or something like that. I'm talking about professional ones to where you're actually interacting with employees who actually, take profiles of you and the other person. They match you up. You come to a particular location. You meet up together and you talk and then they match you through this and that. Those are real, true dating sites that I think have a better chance of working in the long run, as opposed to the ones you just, they're free and all kind of other stuff goes on. And then, you're just hoping to find someone. And like I said, anything is possible. Of course, there's been some situations to where it's worked, but in the grand scheme of things, it doesn't work like that. And another thing too, that I found out is that when you look on these, and I do this research because, I am a journalist and I do know, what to look for and I know what to research, and I hear people talk and I go to certain channels and to listen to people's comments and whatnot. And so I will tell you this, that there are a lot of very, very fake profiles. And what I mean by fake profiles, I'm talking about profiles who are actually real people, but they are not the actual person behind the telephone or the internet or the computer that you think that you are talking to or communicating with. And it's two main reasons why there are a such thing as fake profiles. And that is, one, they want to get you to upgrade to premium or, to their higher level to where you're paying a fee every month. And then they promise you things like, more photos, to get it out there more. You get to see people, who are maybe interested in you, but you can't see them because they're premium. And that's just all, that's a business ploy, a business move to make money. And in a sense of that, there's nothing wrong with that. But the other reason that there are a lot of fake ones out there, fake profiles, is that people are trying to go out there and steal your identity. And so you have, in the case of a man to a woman, you have attractive pictures of women on there, and then they will pretend like that they're interested in you, and then they start communicating with you. Then they ask for your number. Sometimes when you give them their number, it's not the right number. It's some type of voice generated thing, and they have your number. And then what they do with your numbers, they go into a database and they start Googling and doing things like that and try to find information on you to try to steal your identity and whatnot. So that's the kind of thing you're looking for. And so it's just kind of like a circular game between all parties, and you have to be lucky to really come upon someone. So even if you meet someone, it's just very slim, almost slim to none, that it is going to stick as far as the percentages are concerned. Now, like I said, back to the main point. Women are the least aggressive of the two sexes. Okay, we all know that, right? It is not in a woman's nature to hunt. That is a man's job. So a woman can go out somewhere, or she can go to a grocery store and she can see that guy that he may, she may be interested in him, but it's going to just take almost an act of Congress for her to make the first move. To make at least the first obvious move. It's not going to happen 9 times or 99 times out of 100. But for a man, he's going to, 99 times out of 100, he may get turned down that many times. So it's just the opposite for him. So for him to go on a particular dating site, it's perfectly understandable and perfectly normal because he's getting turned down so much. So therefore, he's going on there to find that element of woman who is playing that role of innocence by saying, oh, I'm just on here looking for my significant other, or I'm on here looking for a long-term relationship. And deep, deep down inside, that guy knows that you are on there to have the same type of fun that he's having. So women have to understand the truth of why they are on there first so they can answer their own question. You see what I mean, ladies and gentlemen? They have to believe that it is something that they're doing that they're not being honest about by being on these dating sites. And that is because they are putting themselves out there because they are looking for the same type of fun. Now here's the thing. Obviously, women are going to have the choice of the litter because a woman's going to put her profile on a dating site. And if, like I said, she can be an average looking woman. And if she is anything above average, she is going to get dozens and dozens of messages and hits every single day. So therefore, she has a chance. She has more of an opportunity to say no, 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 no. And she's looking for that knight in shining armor, right? That may be on there, that may wine and dine her. And then, she'll be okay with that, cool, because, that's what he wants. That's what she wants. But, the average woman on there is looking, especially the decent, really attractive women. And you can tell the women who are confident in themselves when they put up their profile because they are putting up numerous profiles. A really attractive woman will have 30 different pictures of her, one in a bikini, one in a workout gear, one in jeans, one on a horse, one on an airplane. They'll have one, in the shower, in the restroom, anything they can think of. They're coming up with 30 different type of pictures. And the ones who are not as confident in their looks, be it in their face or their body, guess what? They'll have one or two and makes you think that it may be fake, but they're just not as confident. But they're on there kind of like with more open arms. But that good looking girl, that good looking woman on there, she's on there deleting messages every 5 minutes, everywhere you go, because like I said, she can afford to do that. And then when she comes across that one that she thinks is like, Rudolph Valentino, then it's all on for her. And now she'll accept what he's coming as long as she getting out of it what she wants. And then she'll accept what he's coming towards her with. Now, that woman who is less than attractive, she doesn't look she's not, burning down the walls or anything like that. She's open and she's like out there because, like I said, no one's stopping her in the grocery store. No one is stopping her at the gas station, or the laundromat or wherever they go, So she has to be a little bit more frivolous, right? She has to accept more, and that's just the way it is. So when guys see women on there, be it non-attractive or be it very attractive, they look at on there as that they're on there for the same